So we have already assembled the verse 35. So starting from Nandigramat, okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nandigramat Swashibirat Gita Vaditra Nisvanaihi Brahma Ghoshena Chamuhu Padhadbhir Brahmavadibhi. So Nandigramat. Whenever we see that at ending, what are we dealing with? Can you tell me? Anybody? At, Krishnat, Ramat.
Fifth case.
Yeah, masculine. 5, 1. What are the meanings of the fifth case? The most used ones are source, from Nandigrama, in other words, the village, okay, from Nandigrama, and it's kind of a Nandi village, okay. Nandi can refer to Lord Shiva's carrier bull. I don't know exactly what it means in the context of Ramayana, that place where Bharata lived. He lived outside of Ayodhya because he didn't want to accept any throne in place of Rama. So Swashibirad. Okay. Swashibirad, which is actually Swashibirat. Ta changes to the. Why ta changes to the? Anybody who is studying sandhis, can anybody comment here? Why not Swashibirat? Swashibirad. Well, all right, then I will say that you will look always at what follows, and what follows is G. We call it Harigada in Jiva Goswami's Sanskrit Vyakarana. And Harigadas are Gajadadaba, the voiced stops, unaspirated voiced stops. So anyway, if any voiced is following the unvoiced changes to voiced. So Shibirat changes to Shibirad. So, and Shibira means what? Shibira means?
The camp.
Camp, yeah. It's camp. Even in modern Hindi also used often. Swashibirat. So, and Swa is own, yeah, from Nandigrama, Swashibirat, from his own camp. Okay, Nandigrama. Like he
so that is this. So Nityananji, that is because of the G. That is because of the Sandhi. The
yes.
became the. Okay.
Yes, that's Sandhi rule. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the first ones in the consonant Sandhi section. If you go to that Sandhi rules file. Okay. Then Gita Vaditra Nisvanaihi. Okay, so that's a samasa. Transliterated Sanskrit always helps us because things have been marked for us here. If you read Devanagari, then everything is a continuous line and you don't know. You have to know more. So Nisvanaihi. Nisvanaihi. What aihi, we had it yesterday also. Purohitaihi. What's that aihi ending? Masculine?
3.3.
3.3, yes. Always Nisvanaihi. And Nisvanaihi means sounds, okay? And 3.3 is okay, so which meaning should I take? by or with. So let's presume it's with sound, with sounds. Which kind of sounds? Okay, vaditra. What is vaditra?
Musical instrument.
Yes. Musical instruments. And Gita is
Song.
song. Okay. So how do we connect the samasa? Okay, with sounds, and then we have musical instruments and songs. What is the relationship between the words? Always starting from the last word. Nisvanai, with sounds.
Of music.
Of musical instruments, exactly. Of musical instruments. And what's the connection to songs?
And of song.
Yeah. And. Okay. So here we have a samasa, we call it tatpurusha, in other words, sounds of somebody, okay? There is a shashti vibhakti, yeah, sound of. And here we have of Gita and Vaditra. And this part is like dvandva, yeah? I was explaining to you last time, dvandva samasa is like a list, okay? So you can have, so first is dvandva here, a list, okay? Songs and musical instruments. And then it becomes another samasa, which we call tatpurusha, with sounds, okay? So now the nisvanai is a main word. It's a predominant word in the samasa. And this Gita and Vaditra become, kind of secondary, okay? The main word in nisvanai. Okay, Brahma Goshena.
Gosha sound.
Yeah, Gosha is it's a sound again. So masculine. 3-1. Ena. Ramena, Krishnena, Ghoshena. Nice. In Sanskrit, we have few sounds for few words for sound. Nisvana, or basically svana. Svana is sound. Yeah. Nihi is a prefix. And then Ghosha. Okay. Then we have also Shabda.
Nityananji, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you write S, and if there is a dash on top of it, it's
Okay.
still pronounced as sh.
Sha.
And when there is a dot, it's also pronounced as sh. So what's the difference?
Oh, that's a different kind of sha. This sha, as in shibira, is the sha which is, for example, in English, like you have
Yes.
shine, okay, shiver, like sh. And when you have sha, like here in parameshtyani, in this word, that sha is a deeper sha. It's kind of more dry one. You need to really bend your tongue inward much more.
Okay.
So sh. Like
Okay.
the number shat in Sanskrit, yeah, shat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is no such sound in English, for example, like sha, that deep sha.
Okay.
So that's why it has to be separately explained. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Ghoshena, with sound. And Brahma. What is Brahma?
Brahmanas.
Brahma can mean the god Brahma, four-headed, yeah, creator. Brahma can mean Vedas. And Brahma can mean in here, exactly. Specifically here, following the commentary explanation on this verse, it means just loud, okay? Brahma Gosha, like great sound, loud sound. Because Brahma, I'm hanging. The etymology of the word Brahma is that it comes from the dhatu, from the root brh, the verbal root brh. And brh means to expand, to increase, okay? Brh, so brh becomes brah in case of Brahma, like Brahman, like the supreme truth, okay? Who is expansive, okay? It pervades everything, it expands everywhere. So that's expansive. Yeah, it's kind of So that's why in connection with sound, is in this particular verse, it means loud, okay? Somewhere else it will mean the absolute truth, or the creator Brahma, or even the 4 Vedas are called Brahma. So cha, undeclined, and muhuhu. Okay, who can tell me about muhuhu?
So repeatedly.
Repeatedly, yeah. Undeclined. It's yeah, you will find it in your avyaya list. You can say repeatedly or again and again. Okay, patadbhir. What is patadbhir?
Bihihi. Patat bihihi.
Yeah, again sandhi. Second. Okay, so what is patadbhihi? Okay, according to the declension, it's a noun. It's okay. Let's say it's masculine, and bhihi, we saw it again. I think day before yesterday a lot. 3 yeah, patadbhihi, which means that the actual word is what? You just minus the ending. So patad, okay, patad. So what it reminds you of? Patad. Do you see any root that you're familiar with?
Pat.
So the root, there is one pat or pata, which means reading, okay?
Yeah.
Reciting.
Reciting or reading. Pat, it's like patati, means it can mean to study, but primarily it means to read, okay? Pat. So patat is a
Sometimes it is also said as patha. You know, when we
yeah,
generally
pata,
say
pata.
Patha.
When you make a noun out of it, then different things can happen. Okay, like teaching can be patana with a long R, yeah, because it's a causative. So anyway, it's a participle. It is a present participle, which means, so to read is one thing, or let's say recite, okay? Then to recite. Now make it participle from the verb recite. Anyone?
Reciting.
Reciting, okay. Like for example, the reciting brahmana or the reciting person, okay? Reciting, like an adjective, okay. So adjective, okay. And again, why? Adjectives, they take all the vibhaktis of their nouns that they are describing. So that's why we have noun cases on adjectives. That's how adjective, it reflects the vibhakti of the noun. So reciting, and then brahmavadibhihi, okay, brahmavadibhihi, that's a noun, masculine, 3 let's say. So here Brahma refers to
Brahmanas.
no, it refers to Vedas, okay. Brahma.
Oh,
Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. In the first verse of the Bhāgavatam, the word Brahma doesn't refer to Brahma, it refers to the Vedas. And Adikavaye refers to Brahma. Yeah. So Krishna first instructed the Vedas unto Lord Brahma, which is Adikavi, the original scholar. So Brahma is Vedas, and Brahmavadi is like the person like following the Vedic philosophy, okay. Brahmavadi, okay. Vada is like the teaching, okay. And Brahmavadi is one who follows, follows certain teachings, okay. Like we have Mayavadi or Sportavadi, Vadi. You have different Vadas in Vedic philosophy. So let's say Vedic scholars, okay, Brahmavadibi, and which kind of Vedic scholars that they were, who were reciting, okay, that's the description of them. The cases match. That's why you just need to find a noun, and the rest will be the adjective, okay, adjectives. Next, Svarnaka Kshapataka Bhir. So we have a word pataka.
Pataka is flag.
Yeah, flag. It's a feminine noun, pataka. So it will be noun, feminine, and bhihi. Okay. So after today, you whenever you see bhihi, you just can't miss it. It will be 3-3. Yeah. you just can't forget this ending after such verses. So kaksha, what is kaksha? Kaksha could mean a whole list of things. Here specifically, it means the ends of the flags. Okay, like flag is made of cloth, so the ends of those cloth of that cloth. So okay, with flags ends, and svarna means what?
Gold.
Or let's say golden. Okay, svarna.
Gold.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we connect with flags, golden ends? What do we what relationship we see between the words?
With flag.
Golden end.
Yes, with flags that had pataka, yeah, with ends, yeah. You imagine the embroidered cloth, embroidered on its ends with gold. That's all. Okay, Haimaish.
Haimaihi.
Haimaihi, yeah. Haimaihi. Why is Haimaish here? Let's look at the verse. Haimaish. We see here, yeah? Next word is chitra. So what's the rule?
So I can't remember.
That's
Something. Mantra you said.
Yeah, Visarga turns into sh when it's followed by ch or cha, which is pretty much quite particular rule, and we see it here. Yeah, very specific rule. So haimaihi. So haimaihi. What do we notice in this word? I'll tell you, it's an adjective. Do you know any familiar word? Haima.
Hema.
Hema. Okay, we know the word
Gold.
hema. What does hema mean?
Gold.
Gold.
Hema means gold. So haima means golden. Okay. Haima, made of gold. So that a from hema expands and a becomes a. In alphabet, you have a, I, o. So the next step for a is sometimes to expand into I, into the next varna. So sometimes this happens, and this is the result of some tadhita suffix, which is here. So hema becomes haima, gold becomes an adjective, golden. Okay. Then chitra dhvajai. Chitra dhvajai.
Dhwaja is also flag.
Okay, again flags. And chitra,
Chitra
could you
means
repeat?
picture,
Image.
image,
Yeah.
picture.
Picture, or what else it means? Like multi variegated, full of variety, let's say. Yeah, colorful, with many colors. So you can say chitra also. And what's the vibhakti here?
3-3.
3-3. Now my question, where is the visarga? It should be aihi. Let's look at the verse. Where is the visarga here? Now let's see who is studying Sandhis.
He and in the second and the fourth.
And what happened after? Yes, there was aihi. Then what happened to that visarga?
Became ra.
It dropped.
It became ra. Yeah. So let's see. Go through the process.
Oh.
Chitra dvajaihi. That visarga became ra, and what happened to that ra?
It
Well,
disappears.
obviously, yeah, it disappears. And the rule is also the vowel before ra becomes long. So now here it doesn't make any difference because I is already a long vowel, so nothing happens. Otherwise, if you had, for example, any short vowel, it would have turned long after the deletion of ra. So chitra dvajai rathaihi. Okay, so dvajaihi. Let's say multicolored flags, and this is 3-3. Next word, rathaihi. Well, that's clear, chariots, okay? So noun, ratha, it's a masculine, I think. In the 3-3. So let's see, with chariots. So now, next, shadashvai. Something similar to chitra dvajai. Shadashvai. Same thing. It was ashvaihi, yeah, which then turned into ra and then became deleted. So ashva, what is ashva?
Horse.
Oh, okay, horse. Masculine. 3-3. And sad ashvaihi, which is actually the actual word is sat. Okay, sat. What do we mean by sat?
Expression.
What is sat?
7. 7 truth.
Well, it's actually yeah. Sometimes we say like it's the truth, the reality, but it's a very kind of very philosophical meaning of the word. Very often it means just like good, you know, good horses, excellent. When you see sat ashvaihi, you don't need to always remember philosophy and say, okay, these were some transcendental, eternal horses. It just means beautiful horses, excellent, like sat, sat padmam, it means like a beautiful lotus. Okay, sat. Excellent, with excellent horses. Yeah, this has to go to the horses. Okay, rukma sannahair. No. Masculine, 3-3. So what is sannaha? I actually myself, I mean, I know what it is, but let's just see. Okay, so it's a kridanta anyway, but it means like armor, okay? Sannaha, armor, male. Like the army horses, you see, they're always protected by those armors. Yeah, and armor. And what is rukma?
Golden.
Okay, another gold with golden armor. Okay, with golden armor. Rukma sanahai. Bhataihi. Bhata. Bhata. Does anybody know?
Soldiers.
With soldiers, okay. Next, Purata Varma Bhihi. Okay. So Varma, what is Varma?
That's also armor.
Armor, again, armor. Yeah. You can really expand your vocabulary if you read descriptive narrations in the Bhāgavatam or any other books. Okay, again with armor and Purata again golden. So golden. How many words for golden we already seen here? Rukma, okay. Haima,
Hema,
Varna, and
Purata.
Purata, okay. You just notice how rich is the language. Shukadeva Goswami speaks these verses, but each time he has to mention gold, he uses a different word. Very, very interesting, very nice. And there are more words for gold. This is not just the complete list. Okay, so next, Shreni here. Well, what is Shreni?
Troops.
Feminine troops. Okay, let's say feminine. Oh, okay, three again. Troops or just groups. Okay, crowds, big numbers. Okay, let's say big groups. Then Varamukhyabhir. Okay, Varamukhyabhir again, noun. Now Mukhyabhir, you minus the bhir, and the word is mukhya, so it's feminine. 3. So what is mukhya?
It's like leader.
Yeah, leader, like main person. Yeah, Mukhyabhir. Let's say main, and Vara means actually here prostitutes. Okay. Main. There were, even in Vedic society, there were ladies who were kind of public ladies, for entertainment, and they were parts of they were respected. They were parts of, we have a very negative connotation in English for the word prostitute, but they were just like, let's say, in Japan you have geishas. It doesn't have like always the negative correlation. It's just very woman who is entertaining the public with different arts. It doesn't always mean sexual illicit relationships, as it is in the modern days. Okay, and Bhrityaish.
And Mukhya Bhihi, what was that?
Main. Let's say the main. Mukhya means main. So
Okay.
the samasa goes like this: with the main among the varas, or among the prostitutes, with the main ladies among the prostitutes, like that. Then Bhrityaish, masculine, 3 again. So Britya is a servant. Yeah, with servants. Chaiva.
Eva.
Chaeva. Chaiva. Sandhi rule, okay? Chaeva. And what does Eva mean?
Indeed.
Indeed, or yeah. Eva often means, it is a restrictive meaning, means this only, okay? If it stands at the end of if it follows the noun, that means like Brityehi Eva, which means it would mean only with servants only, okay? So it's kind of used for emphasis. So certainly we can say It's a particle used for emphasis. Always remember that. Which you can sometimes translate as certainly, and very often you can translate it as only. Okay, padanugaihi. Okay, noun, masculine, or well, one second. It's an adjective, okay? But it's masculine adjective, 3-3. So which words do we notice here? Padanugaihi.
Pada
Pada,
Anugaihi.
anugai.
Anugaihi.
So anuga, what is anuga?
Following.
Follower.
Following, yeah. And pada means food. So following on foot. On foot. Is it correct English? I'm sorry. Or by foot or on foot?
On foot.
On foot. Yeah, okay. On following on foot. So anuga, coming from the verb gum, okay, the M is deleted, and anu here gives it the meaning of following, okay? So going after, okay? Literally going after, anuga, follower, okay? Following on foot. So it describes the servants, okay? They were following on foot. Parameshtyani. And actually in the verses, parameshtyanyupadaya, you don't stop here at this syllable. Very often I see people reading such ya at the end of a word, and they parameshtyani upadaya, but it's you can't stop here. You just keep on reading. Parameshtyanyupadaya. So the syllable is new. It's not ni and u, it's new. Like that. In Devanagari, you wouldn't have even a space in between. So okay, parameshtyani, noun, neuter. Whenever you see ani ending, it's a neuter
1-3.
plural. Yeah, 1-3. Ani and also 2-3. It could mean also
Yeah, 2-3.
second case. So parameshtyani. Parameshti means supreme, okay? Parameshti, standing at the head, highest chief. It's Brahma. Brahman is called like that. Shiva, Vishnu, Garuda, Agni. Yeah. But it's parameshtya. It's something related to parameshti. Okay. So let's say topmost. Okay. Like fit for the supreme, fit for God. Parameshtyani. So parameshti, you can mean generically translated as God, and parameshti is something fit for God. Okay, so upadaya. Now again, we see ya at the end, which immediately gives us a hint. Gerund. Okay, upadaya. Gerund of upa and and the root is da. Upada means take. To take. Yeah. No, to take. Da means to give, but ada means to take. It reverses the verb's meaning. Very often this long a in front of the verb, like here, da, reverses the meaning. So instead of giving, now you're taking. Adaya, taking. And giving would be dattva, okay? Because there is no prefix anymore. And upa means just like, to yourself, close to yourself, whatever. So taking. Next, Panyani. Okay, again, ani, neuter, 1-3, or it can be 2-3, and actually it's 2-3 here. 2-3. So Panyani in the dictionary, it means valuables. Panyani. Panya. Panya means valuable. Panyani, many valuables. Now, uchavachani. Adjective. Neuter. 2, 3. Here, parameshtani will also be actually adjective. Uchavachani. So do you see some words here? I mean, we know ucha means, high.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
avacha means actually low. So high and low. High and low. Literally. Let's high and low. Uchavachani. And we can translate it as, it refers to valuables, okay? Variegated. No, of different value, okay? High and low. Some are a bit more costly, some a bit less costly. So uchavachani. Then cha and indefinable. And we are almost done actually now. Padayor. Now comes something more interesting. Okay, padayor.
Padayoha.
Okay, the noun is pada and neuter. So pada, padayor, which case it is?
12.
6-2 or 7-2?
Yeah.
6-2.
Or 7-2.
7.
Or oho. It's actually padayoho. Yeah.
Mm.
Padayoho. Nyapatat.
The verb.
Verb, correct. Root is pat.
Pat.
Fall. And this is past tense. Which past tense? Lung.
Lung.
1-1. First person singular. So he fell down. Nyapatat. With the prefix ni, okay? Ni.
Looks like it dead.
So,
Didn't
Say the
mean
Padayoha.
yeah. So to nipat, the verb is pat with the prefix ni, to fall or come down, to descend, okay? Like that. To throw oneself down, as at the feet. Yeah, specifically. False, padayor nipatya, okay? Often. So therefore, is it 6th or 7th case, padayoho?
7th case.
Well, off the feet or at the feet. So
at
7th.
at the feet.
Yeah, location of the action. Premna.
With love.
With love, yeah. What's the original noun?
Preman.
Preman, yeah.
Prema.
Preman, ending at n.
Oh.
It's noun, neuter, and let's mention it. Preman. Premna would be 3-1. You can see here the original vibhakti ending, which is a, long a. Premna. There is a whole group of words. Naman, which means the name. Dhaman, the abode. Preman, love. So these ones you can always remember. They end on a consonant n. So premna means with love, or it can mean due to love, or due to love. Let's bring in the causative meaning here. Due to love, premna. Praklinna hridaye kshanaha. Noun. 1-1, masculine. That's our last word. Which, okay, we have praklinna, we have hridaya. And if this is hridaya, then the last word is?
Ikshana.
Ikshanaha. Okay, so ikshanaha. Ikshanaha is from dhatu iksh, to see, and ikshana is the instrument of seeing. In other words, the eye or eyes. Okay, and we are not talking about the eyes, we are talking about whose eyes, someone whose eyes, okay? And hridaya, heart. Now what is praklinna? Klinna. Nachainam kledayantyapo, nasoshayati marutaha. So klinna, to moisten, okay, to make wet. Okay, so praklinna means prakrishta rupena, klinna means abundantly wet, okay, or really fully wet, drenched. That's a nice word, drenched. Now how do we connect? Whose eyes?
Wet, drenched.
Yes. Praklinna hridayekshanaha. And heart drenched. You know, that's, yeah, he cried from his heart, and his eyes were, of course, shedding tears. And okay, finally we are done with it. Now let's quickly put it all together. It will be easy because you could see there are many 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3, you know, so it will be just list of things. But now we need verb. First of all, where is our verb?
Nyapatat.
Nyapatat. Okay. Any other word that will be acting as an action word, as a verb, maybe subordinate? Well, I see upadaya. Okay. Upadaya, taking. Okay. Okay, nyapatat. So who fell?
It is Bharataha.
Yes. Bharata. Where is Bharata? Oh,
35.
he's there in the previous
Previous.
verse.
Previous verse.
Yes, yes, yes. Bharata fell down. So yeah, we are actually continuing the sentence started in yesterday's verse. So having heard about Rama, who had reached Ayodhya, and placing his 2 sandals on his head, Bharata, okay, fell down. Now, fell down, the object. Is there an object?
Ramam. Ramam.
Ramam. No. Object is already taken.
Padayoho.
It's not an object. It's a location. So we can still connect it. He fell down at the feet. Here we don't have a specific object. It's just he felt him. Yeah, he threw himself down at the feet. We understand Rama's feet. Now,
Padayoho is there.
That's a location.
yeah, location. Upadaya. Okay, taking. That's another subordinate verb. Taking what? Is the object of taking. Objects we need here in the second case because taking is an active idea. Taking something. So the object will be in the
Parameshyani.
Dvitiya. Well, that's an adjective. It's just the topmost. Taking topmost what?
Panyani.
Panyani.
Panyani. Okay, this is the object. Valuables. And the commentaries, they say these were like different jewels and ornaments and so on. And the rest is the description of it, of high and low. Even though they were already Parameshtyani, topmost, still they were like a bit better than, some were better than the others, like that. Parameshtyani. Any other? What about this Praklinna Hridayekshanaha? It's 1-1.
That's Bharata.
This is for Bharata. Yes. Let's connect it there. And Premna, due to love.
Also. Yes.
To Bharata? I doubt.
No, it's
No,
no,
it's
it's
practical
practical
relation.
Yes, exactly.
due to love.
So, and specifically, which word it is connected to in Praklina Hridayakshanaha? Whose heart and eyes drenched due to love? It's drenched,
Heart.
drenched due to love.
Okay.
That's what I was explaining in another recent meeting. It's called Ekadesha Visheshana. When a word inside the samasa is connected, when the word outside of the samasa is connected to a particular word inside the samasa, not to the whole samasa, but just to a specific word inside the samasa. So this happens exactly here. Okay, it's due to love, not whose eyes due to love and heart. It's not Bharata due to love. It's drenched due to love, like that. And then we have all these Nandigramat Svashibirat Panchami source. Okay, let's see where we connect these sources. Any idea? Well, let's do the small things now. Okay, Britya is connected to following on foot. Yeah. Now we are going from the end. Britya with servants, following on foot. Then Varamukhya here, Shreni here. These are separate. Okay, together with. Then Bhatai is there. Soldiers. Soldiers are with golden armor. So that's another connection. Then we have horses. Excellent horses. Now horses also has a adjective with golden armor. This is another pair. Or let's just be a bit more orderly, like this. Horses with golden armor. Then chariots, we have Rataihi. Chariots are here. What are the adjectives of the chariots? Can you tell me, anybody?
It has Swarnakaksha Pataka, Bhi, Hemai, Chitradvajai.
Yes. They had multicolored flags. And then they were also golden. There is even further connection. 1 second. That's Haima. Sorry. That's connected to the chariot, golden chariots. In other words, covered with gold, with multicolored flags. And then there is also, okay, Pataka bhi, yeah, with flags. There were other kinds of flags. There were multicolored flags, and there were also flags, banners with golden ends, like that, embroidered. 2 types of flags. Then Vedic scholars, okay. Which kind of Vedic scholars? They are also described. Patabhi, reading, who are chanting, okay, reciting. Then, okay, Muhu repeatedly, it's I think, where do we connect repeatedly? Muhu. Repeatedly, what? We need an action.
Reciting.
Reciting repeatedly. They were reciting repeatedly, and there is also Brahmagoshana with loud sound. So loudly reciting again. How? Reciting how? This is a third case, meaning the specific nature of either an object or an action. Okay, with sound doesn't mean with sound doesn't mean the instrument, doesn't mean the cause, but it is the specific nature of the recitation. And then Nisvanai, that's a separate thing. Then Svashibirat, Nandigramat. So Nandigrama, which was his own camp, okay? So Svashibirat, I think I'll connect it to Nandigramat. So he made his camp in Nandigrama. So now the question is where to connect all these tritiya with. Let's see. Thinking. What do you think? Anybody? With. I have an option.
Along with, they were going along with Bharata.
No, but
Upadaya.
Bharata is not with. It's not Bharatena. It's with them. Upadaya, I think, taking along with. Well, I think my suggestion was to connect them all to. I thought to connect.
We had previously in the verse Paura Amatya Purohitaihi, you connected with Akarnya.
Yeah, with Akarnya. Yeah.
So it is together, it goes along with that, Paura Amatya Purohitaihi.
Yeah, the thing is that with this with it can be connected to the noun. It can be connected to the action also. So yes. Now, if there was some kind of a verb which means to go, I would connect like he went.
Akarnya, actually, Akarnya, you connected it to Akarnya, means hearing that they all went.
No. They are not the subject. That's the thing. It's something happening along with them. So either he heard along with them that Rama has come. Okay, or he fell to his feet along with all of them. It's like that. So
in that case, it should be Upadaya, right? That means
taking the valuables along with all his chariots. Yeah, I think we need to connect to something in the end here, at the end of the group of these verses. So yes, taking the valuables along with yes, I think it's connected to the valuables. Yeah, it's not that the valuables is a main thing, just that this is the way the verse is made, along with chariots. Okay, so actually it's quite clear. Yeah, so this anyway, let it be messy now. I'll work on it a bit. So all these tritiyas is a sahartha, in other words, along with, and it's connected to the valuables. Yeah, let's connect it that way. So taking all these things along with him, Mhm. Then Bharata from Nandigrama, from his own camp. Now where we connect the source? Source from.
Bharataha.
Yeah, to Bharata. Well, the thing is that the source is always connected to the action. That's the rule. So something has to happen from his own ground. So
Also to Upadaya.
taking from his, yes, exactly. From his, taking. It was all there in his camp because he was ruling Ayodhya kind of distantly. So all these things were from there, and the sounds of musical instruments along with valuables along with all these things. Yes, so this is the sentence. Okay, so having heard about Rama and placing his 2 sandals, Bharata taking from Nandigrama, which was his own camp, taking various valuables along with all these soldiers and horses and brahmanas and different groups, and then he fell down at the feet of Rama. So this is the verse, 3 verses. Okay, anybody has any questions? Yeah, as I mentioned, if you are studying this noun endings, you have no excuse after today's verse not to remember the 3 ending, okay, which is sometimes aihi and sometimes bhihi, okay, like here. Bhihi is for words that end on anything else but the short or long, but the short a. And if a word ends at the short a, it will become aihi, okay. So this is like a class on this particular vibhakti, tritiya vibhakti plural, bahuvachana. All right, so anything else is there? Fine, then we will close here, and this will be yet another week. I think the 5th week that we have finished in this reading room. All right, so now I wanted to make an announcement. I have uploaded on the website, I have uploaded the 2 things. One thing is the updated Sandhi document, 3rd version, and the updates I have mentioned in the beginning of it. Well, minor updates, but you can nevertheless overwrite with whatever you have. And the verb endings and the meanings of tenses, like present, future, past, and all the other varieties of verb tenses are there. So please go to the website, the member zone, reference materials, and find that verb document and download it for your reference. And it will keep you busy. If you need to learn verbal endings, then I even give you some small tip there, how you can memorize it all. So so explore these new things, and thank you all again very much for attending and reading here. And Hare Krishna. Have a nice
Thank you, Nityananji. Hare
spiritual
Krishna.
weekend, and
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Hare
nice
Krishna.
evening. Thank you very much.
Take some texts of your liking and just practice your Sanskrit knowledge. Just take any text from any shastra take Bhāgavatam, take Gita, take Ramayana, and just try to read without any preparation.
Yeah.
Kind of challenge yourself. See how can you handle. You know, try to remember all things that we discuss. All right.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Namo
Thank you
Namaha.
very much. Namo Namah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bo.